Hey everybody, you know what time it is. It's lunchtime with the Habit Master. I'm your host, Dr. Stephanie Aldrich, and I help people change their bad habits. When you change your habits, you change your life. Today we're going to be talking about the 3 habits that all middle class people have, and that's the reason why they're just average. They get average results, and they live an average life. If you can get rid of these stupid habits, you can so improve your life. You can improve your income, you can improve your performance, your efficiency, and your productivity. So that means more money in your pocket, man. Okay? So the first one we're going to talk about, which, even I have an issue with this once in a while. It is to wait. Or in other words, procrastinate. I know in college I was wonderful at that. I could have gotten a doctorate in procrastination and probably won a gold medal if it was an actual competition. But I've learned over the years that doesn't get me anywhere, because then you have mistakes, you are rushing around, you put a lot of time and energy into things that might not matter if you would have gotten it done earlier, right? So, during this whole quarantine thing, a lot of people that I've talked to, they're playing Call of Duty. They are watching Netflix. They're reading books. And not books about personal development, self-help, how to, be better at work, whatever their industry is. They're reading books about, fiction and, crap that doesn't even matter. Stories about other people's lives. Instead of taking the precious opportunity that we had being quarantined, not having to worry about other distractions in the world, and working on ourselves, working on our skill set, becoming better. Maybe you're in sales, how to follow up. For me, becoming a better dentist. I took all of my continuing education courses in the matter of 4 days. I was just so honed in on what can I learn? How can I be a better dentist? How can I be a better business owner? 2 weeks prior to that, I was working on my business coaching. And what can I do for people? How can I help during this recession, this man-made recession? And I came up with the Recession Survival Kit. If you want to know how to build your wealth, even in a starving economy, go to the habitmaster.com. Go to the store and pick up a copy today. I think it's $19. Where are you going to get that anywhere? With the information that's there, it is flipping crazy. So anyway, middle class people want to wait. They want to wait to see what happens. They want to, put it off. I'll get to it tomorrow. I'll get to it later, whatever. If you want to be successful in life, if you want to increase your wealth, if you want to be the top dog in your organization, you have to take the bulls by the reins, right? And steer the horse. You have to take control of things. And that's really what waiting and procrastinating equals, is no control. If you can't control your actions, your thoughts, your attitude, there's no way you're ever going to get out of the middle class average part of society. There's no way for you to improve, because you're not taking control or responsibility for your actions. For you actually getting results that you want, you actually have to take the actions necessary to get those results. And the middle class, they just want to wait. It's not my problem. That's not part of my job. Whatever. Successful people know that everything is their responsibility, and they have to do the best that they can so that they can get the results that they want, even if it's not part of their job description, even if it's not, whatever. They know that they have to take responsibility for that. They want to help. They are team people, and they know what's good for their business and for their personal life. You can totally take this in to be, part of your personal life too. If you wait to go to the gym, now obviously the gyms aren't open now, but you can lift the milk jug, a gallon's a pound or something like that. Okay, so start doing yoga. You can kick in the air. We have a kicking bag at home. We punch and kick it. That gives us, increases our heart rate and gives us a little exercise. You can walk. The weather's starting to turn, especially here in Ohio. You can walk. You can jog. Take the dog for a walk. Why are you waiting until the gym opens up? You don't have to wait for someone else or something else to happen. You can say, I'm going to do it right now. Let's go. I'm going to do it today. Put it on my list. So the average people, they want to wait. They want to put it off. They don't want to take responsibility. The second thing that the middle class does that successful people don't do is there's no plan. Successful people know that if they want to get X result, they know they have these 3 things that they have to do equals result. And they're going to do all that they can to check those 3 things off their list. The middle class people, they don't really have a plan. They just kind of go with whatever happens, or my boss tells me what to do, and I can't make a decision for myself, right? That's a middle class thinking. That's why you're making 30 grand a year or 50 grand a year, because you don't plan how to increase your wealth. If you can provide more value for people, which equals more service, more products, that equals money. People will pay you money to take care of their problems. How can you take care of more problems? That's your big question. That's what successful people are always doing. I know for myself, so we've been in quarantine now. We're going on 6 weeks this week. So now I'm 6 weeks behind trying to take care of my patients, right? What have I done in the meantime? Well, I've already made a list of people that need treatment done, but they've neglected to do it prior to the quarantine. As soon as I'm done with this broadcast, I'm going to be working on that list, and I'm going to be calling them. Hey, where are you? Let's get you in, because if we don't get you in now, I'm not going to be seeing you for a while, because we have other patients that need to be seen too. And whoever calls me first gets priority. And there's only one of me. Well, I'm being active. I'm being proactive in trying to get business. Middle class people, they don't have a plan for that. Okay? Now's the time that you should be working. Even if your job is quarantine, you can't get back to the salon, you can't, go to the gym because everything's still closed up. That doesn't mean you can't be calling people, calling prospects, following up with current customers. Hey, is there anything you need? Is there anything I can do for you? Can you be prospecting still? Yes. Can you be marketing still? Yes. Make a plan. How am I going to be open? If you're a salon owner now, you're still not open, right? But that doesn't mean that you can't be calling on your clients saying, hey, I know you're about due for a haircut. I want to start building a schedule end of May or middle of May or whatever it is. I want to get you on the books because I know I'm going to be backed up. Be proactive on it. Why should you wait for them to call you? Make a plan for you to call them. Every day you should be on that phone, calling. Hey, how's it going? I'm trying to get a schedule together, right? Instead of waiting for it to happen. That's what the middle class do. They wait for it to happen. There's no plan for them to be proactive. What they usually do is number 3, they play the victim. The victim mentality. Man, I'm still not open. I can't do this, or I can't do that, or my boss won't let me do this. You know what? You can find a way to do things. You can find a way to get around, the red tape. Be creative, okay? We all have a creativity ability. Use it. Think out of the box, right? Stop blaming other people and take responsibility for your situation. The middle class wants to always think that someone is, a conspiracy against them, or, Bob always gets the jobs or gets the good customers and all of that. No, Bob probably does something different than you're doing. The attitude's probably different, the service is probably different, and he probably actively goes out there to get the service, right? Plan. If you don't have a plan, if you're not proactive in trying to be the best salesperson and trying to get the most clients, right? Then you're playing victim. And you're blaming other situations instead of taking responsibility for what is going on. And that is a total wrap-up of the middle class. Successful people, I'm talking people that make, $100,000, $300,000, $2 million a year or more. They don't wait for anybody, and they definitely don't play victim. They are proactive in solving people's problems. They know the magic formula. Wallace Wattles wrote a book called The Science of Getting Rich, and one of the areas that he talks about is if you provide value to somebody, meaning you solve their problems, you give them what they want and what they need, then they will give you something in return. And in our society, that's money. That is wealth. So the more people's problems you solve, you take care of them, your products solve their problems, the more money you will accumulate. It's a really, really simple formula, but most people don't dive into it very deeply. If you can get rid of these three things, right? You get rid of I'm waiting for something to happen to me instead of me causing something to happen. 2, not having a plan, not having a to-do list. In this book, in this book, The Habit Formula Life Success Equation, I dive into an entire chapter of part of building a habit is having a to-do list. You're doing and repeating activities that move you towards your goal. That's what the successful do. That's what I've learned over these years. You have to have a plan, and you have to go over that plan and revisit that plan every single day. You can't just assume anything because maybe you don't feel like it. Maybe you're not feeling that well. Maybe something didn't turn out the way you wanted it to turn out. You gotta make sure that you have a plan so that if an obstacle does come back or a setback, that you can get around it or go through it, that you have the tenacity and the persistence to go through it. But you got to have a plan. You got to know what your result is, and then you got to make different steps and follow those action steps so that you can get the result that you want. But successful people do that. They have a plan. Middle class people don't have a plan. They just wait and see what happens. And they also play the victim mentality. Successful people don't. They are the cause. Remember the law of cause and effect. It's one of my favorite laws. For every cause, there's an effect. For every effect, there's a cause. If you want to be successful and you don't want to get into the middle class anymore, you have to be the cause. You have to make something happen. You have to make a call. You have to do something. Take an action. You can't get skinny if you're sitting on your butt eating chips. It's the wrong action. You are taking action, but it's the wrong action. You got to take the right action. Be the cause. Cause the right action to happen, and you'll get the right result. So that's it for me today. Make sure you check us out on iTunes and Spotify. Look for the Lunchtime with the Habit Master episode so you don't miss anything. Obviously, if you want to learn more about this, you want to learn how to be successful even in a recession. You want to have, maybe some inspiration or motivation. You want to learn how to handle making a new habit and getting rid of an old habit. Check out thehabitmaster.com. Go to the store. Most products are under $15. So for you not to buy something and to use this time in our nation's history, in your lifetime, to actually become better and to improve any area of your life is just dumb. And that's why you're still in the middle class. So if you want to start working on things, go to the habitmaster.com store and get something. Trust me, this is not just my words. This is stuff from gurus across the different industries of self-improvement, of business, that make tons of money, a lot more than me, and I'm trying to help you. I'm congregating all that information into one spot so that you can improve your situation. Make sure you also go to YouTube or Instagram and look for videos, and also LinkedIn. Look for the Habit Master channels so you don't miss anything. So that's it for me. Thanks for watching, and let's build good habits together. Have you been quarantined? Did you lose your job or close down your business and are desperate for money? What have you been doing with your time? Stop. You're better than that. It's time to kick it into high gear and take some action. But how? There's only two things to do right now. Number one is survive, and number two, be recession-proof. The fact is, this will happen again. Maybe not the same way, maybe not in the same extent, but everyone will experience hard times at some point. The best thing to do? Be ready. Go to thehabitmaster.com and grab a copy of the Recession Survival Guide. In it, you'll find out how to 1, survive, and 2, be recession-proof for the next time. It's only $27, but its value is worth thousands and thousands of dollars. Do you want this again? Then start doing something about it. Go to thehabitmaster.com and grab the Recession Survival Kit right now.